Hi, I haven't recorded a YouTube video for quite some time and I thought it was time to do it. So, I changed my approach with my own hobby, game development. I do really big projects at work that are time consuming, quite involving. So I want to get an outlet for the small creative ideas that I have. And I realized that when I start something big, I get bogged down and I need to polish, I need to work a lot on it. So what I decided to do instead was to do these small micro games. They're not micro games, they're not WarioWare, but the target is 30 seconds. So each game should only take 30 seconds. Each game is very simple. First we saw a driving game, you're just driving down the road straight, something happens. You go to this Sentinel, which is basically a sneaking game. And then you come to a simple platforming where you're a ball. And a little bit more involving platforming game, even though all you can do is jump and move. So the idea here is I make simple things whenever I have an idea. Do something quick, something dirty, I generate it. I create a simple level in Blender. Whatever I do, I'm just trying to get something quick, like get my idea into, well, a playable form. And this is a grabber. You're a UFO grabbing balls. So the idea would be that you're grabbing cows or humans or whatever it is. But it's small, it's not really supposed to be high fidelity, it's supposed to be simple, it's supposed to be just quick in and out. I also want to create these transition spaces between the games. You're still in control, it's still a small game, but it's not supposed to be challenging, it's just supposed to kind of create a vibe of transition, that you're moving, you're going somewhere. So each of these are just generating kind of collision around you, some kind of tunnel-like feeling. The next game is an asteroid game, but I made it with a twist. So instead of shooting them down, you have to smash them with your, well, the moon. Except it's not really a moon because you can move much faster than the moon. But you're protecting the planet. Several of these minigames have a kind of space theme, but I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just doing what I'm feeling like doing. It's another transition. It's just variations, just colors, just mood. It's very quick to do. I don't want to have too high quality here. I don't want to spend a lot of time. So I kind of reuse for the transition spaces and the effect. There's also a visual transition effect whenever you change the level. It's kind of burning into blue. This one is kind of inspired by Loco Roco. I'm doing a procedural, kind of an embryo with an egg or, well, virus or whatever it is inside that little embryo. The embryo is basically a particle chain, a bunch of particles that are connected and holding together and protecting that little thing inside. And then the movement is really just very slippery and fast, kind of. I think this could be pretty fun if you create a bunch of levels. It's just movement, simple motions, and maybe some small puzzle elements. But it was quick, short, 30 seconds. Then we go to another transition. The colors that I choose in these ones, I don't know. I just picked them. I want to change the mood. But they should have some connection to either the previous game or the next game. And the next game, I actually tried two different variations. One that's quite a bit more realistic, and then this second one that I changed the perspective and made it more arcadey. So it's basically a shooter, but a World War I shooter with a Sopwith camel that you're flying and also shooting, except they have red colors, so obviously they're bad guys. I'm breaking my theme where the thing you're playing is red and the thing you're chasing is blue, but doesn't matter. This was kind of fun. It's very simple. I used the instance rendering for all the trees in the background, and somehow shadows just worked cheaply that way as well, so happy coincidence. And then the last game. This game became a little bit too much, and I think I maybe spent a little bit too much effort here, but this could be a very interesting game if I keep going. So what I did here, I upgraded my animation engine. I added some procedural solutions so that you can bend the spine and you can do tube on IK and modify the feet when you're standing on something. And the aiming, like it's all procedural. I'm using some animations from Mixamo to basically get the locomotion, the movement, the jumps, and the roll, but then procedural on top. And they have a couple of movement ideas. I've done a bunch of them already, but I want to do more. But this game, I don't want to tell too much about. I might spin that off into a separate thing later. And that's it for now. Thanks.